The central mitzvah of Seder night is the eating of matzah. We have a commandment to take a large piece of shmura matzah and to eat it rather quickly, fulfilling this beautiful mitzvah. Why matzah? Why is it so important? On Pesach, of course, we are prohibited from eating chametz, which is dough that has risen, and it's a mitzvah, a commandment, to eat the substitute, which is matzah. The difference between hametz and matzah is small. The ingredients are identical. The only difference is that hametz, the dough rises. Matzah, it doesn't. If the dough rises even a little bit, it's hametz. If it doesn't rise, it's matzah. The famous symbolism, of course, is the difference between ego and humility. Hametz is arrogance, egocentricity. The rising is a sense of self. That arrogance prevents us from growing. It blocks our experience of true freedom. We remain trapped. If we're humble and selfless, we're able to grow. We're able to go to the next step. But there's another difference between hametz and matzah, and it's the spelling between the two words. They are very similar. They have two identical letters, the mem and the tzadik, and the only letter that is different is the chet and the hey. Very, very similar looking letters. The only difference between them is this. Both the chet and the hey have three sides and an open bottom. The difference is that the hey has a small opening on the left top hand corner. What's the idea? The open bottom represents the ability to fall and to fail. We are not perfect. We sometimes drop out, we sometimes fail, we sometimes go backwards. But if we're chametz and we're arrogant, we remain trapped. We say, I am what I am. I'm not going to change. Take me for who I am, and I cannot and I don't have the ability to reconnect and to climb back in. But if we're matzah, if we have the selflessness, the humility of matzah, the readiness to submit to something different, to something higher, and to think differently, then we can climb back in through that top hand, left hand little corner. The way back in is not through the bottom, because we need to climb. It's hard work, but we can go through, even if it's a little step, that little opening. There's a medrash that says that God says to the Jewish people, open for me an opening as tiny as the pin of a needle, and I will open for you and respond with a door that is as big as the entrance to a hallway. If we just on Pesach night taste that little bit of freedom by going out of ourselves and being prepared just to grow that little bit to climb back in, God will give us the ability of infinite freedom. Many communities have accustomed to have round matzahs. The idea of round matzahs is because round is a symbol of infinity. It has no end. It keeps going round and round. When we are selfless, when we are humble like the matzah, we taste the ability to experience infinite freedom step by step, but we have this concept and this idea and this ability of infinitely growing. The Kabbalists tell us that the reason we have three matzahs is because there are three levels of understanding: Chokhmah, BINA, and Dat, wisdom, understanding, and knowledge. The first point of growth, the first point of freedom is in the mind. We need to change our attitude. We need to change our perspective. We need to look at things differently in a more humble and freedom type way. If we do that and we eat the matzah, we're on the road to true growth and infinite freedom.